Bentley. Just a simple time to make a switch, but the mansion is me relatives. I'm a brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit. 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need to spend it. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live.
They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know it's a cold world, but
This is we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Raptors.
Because this team has played well on the road, they've got confidence anytime they go away from their own building. They know they can get the job done, and that's what they're expecting to do right now.
Yeah, and the prior success that they had on the road, oftentimes you can draw from that, and they've been put in some difficult situations in hostile environments before, and it just doesn't seem to faze them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Terrence Ross is out there with Johnson. And it's Biyombo at the center, filling out the middle.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Hill.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
It's Ellis on the wing. Biyombo with the block. Turner against Johnson. Down low. Stolen by Ellis. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The drive by Hill. It's stolen by Lowry. To the middle. Here's Ross. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lowry drives in. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Indiana's shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
He hits the second from the line. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Inside. Out to DeRozan. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Ellis. Pacers leading by 4. Here's George. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Ross, that's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Kicks it to Mahinmi. Biyombo with the block. Here's DeRozan to the paint. And Turner with the block.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me, executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And DeRozan throws it down hard. That's not as easy as he made it look. Some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Now here's Ross. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. But they get it back. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 3-pointer, Lowry.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Pacers trailed by 3. .24 seconds left in the first quarter. Hill kicks to George. And it's George again missing. Fast break Toronto. And finished off by DeRozan.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Hill kicks to Mahinmi. And that one is hammered home.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Raptors lead by 6.
It's going down. It's your boy, go ahead, quit, son.
Second quarter. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
They've got Paul George. Hill is up there with Turner. Then it's Ellis. And it's Hill in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
It's Hill on the wing. Here's Turner. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Outside for Lowry. No good from outside.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
It's stolen by Hill. George passes to Ellis. No good.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Lowry again. Hill. It's Lowry again missing. Pacers trailed by 4. Hill gets to Turner. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Ellis dishes to Turner. And George, here we go. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
For 3, Ross. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Hill. Ellis goes in, and the layup's good off the glass. Ellis has got his 2nd bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
1:46 left from the first half of basketball. Hill passes to Hill. He feeds it to Turner. And stolen by Scola. Now the Raptors moving it up. Joseph, that's good.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Paul George.
And the first one at the line is good. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hill. C.J. Miles comes in for Turner. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Lawson in for Hill. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo is checked in for Thompson. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. James Johnson checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's DeRozan in for Kyle Lowry.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
To the paint. Here's Miles. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Pacers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
C.J. Miles. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Johnson kicks to DeRozan. It'll count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half is now in the books. The Raptors out in front, leading by 10. We'll see you after halftime.
About to turn up this quarter, son.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
So for Toronto right now, DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. James Johnson is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pacers trailed by 10. Ellis kicks to Mahinmi. And he gets the bucket. Mahinmi's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Pacers.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
And it's Lowry penetrating. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Three-pointer, Lowry. It's rebounded by Indiana. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Hill.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing. And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Magic.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively, letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And that one's good.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. And Turner with the block. Here's Miles. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Miles!
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Here's Johnson. Makes it off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Lowry inside the line. And another basket for Toronto. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And it's Miles missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Johnson with a screen on Hill. And Lowry gets double teamed. Rosen dishes to Johnson. And the rejection by Mahinmi. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Ellis can't get it to go.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Turner. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Jay Miles. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. And the Pacers call time here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Paul George. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. DeRozan's got 15.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hill, no good. Outside DeRozan. Here's Patterson. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Raptors lead by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Let's take them back.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back.
94. Preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways.
Toronto leading by 8. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Mahinmi is out there with Hill, and it's Hill in the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And George kicks to Hill. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And George, here we go. The shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Back to Patterson. Stolen by George. Moving it up. Johnson with the block. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. LaVoy Allen's checked in for the Pacers. Lawson comes in for George Hill. And then for Toronto, Thompson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Ross in for Johnson. And George gets it to go.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's Ellison for Rodney Stuckey. The Raptors also with a sub. Biombo's checked in. Lawson drives in. And that one's good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Thompson passes to Joseph. Off target from outside. Pacers trailed by 4. Here's George. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Joseph. The Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. All alone. Oh!
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Combo dishes to Ross. It's deflected. It's stolen by Mahimi. And George kicks to Turner to take the lead. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Both free throws good from Ellis.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And Turner with the block. Biombo, that's good. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. 2 minutes. Lowry again. Lawson. On the wing, George. 6 on the shot clock. Turner with the screen for George. Off the screen. Toronto grabs the miss. Ross has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Hill, he's checked in for Ty Lawson. The Raptors also with a sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Jason Thompson. Johnson for 3. But they recover it. Ross.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're losing by 2. 1:15 left in the game. Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Hill. C.J. Miles. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 1:05 left to play here in the 4th. And George. Here we go. Nails it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen. In a word, gutsy.
It's your boy, Go Ahead Quit, son. Another good one in the books.
And so here is Indiana. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Dish now to Ross. And the Raptors miss again. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
It's Ellis on the wing. 6 to shoot. Mahimi passes to Miles. Ross grabs the board. Corner. Ross in the corner. Off target from downtown.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only.
It's a good game, son.
That stuff gets under my skin.
This your boy, Go Ahead Quit, son. Hit me up.
They're down by 1. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
We on YouTube going hard this morning.
It's come down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to catch the ball, make a quick pass, and then get it airborne.
Puts it up off the inbound. Got it!
And it's a wrap.
Works that one inside. Nice.
Go Ahead Quit, son. It's a good game, though. That's what we do, though, man.
Toronto calls timeout. What do you think, guys?
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the inbound pass.
Yeah, picture that.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.